Hello, 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 hello. We are live. We are in here. We're in the building, everybody. Hello. Get on in here. I'm going to give y'all time to get in here. I am going to pull up my notes. We are live. The much awaited webinar is here. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of time to get in here. All right. I see Takora. I see Takora in the building. Hello. Hello, Takora. How you doing this evening? How is everybody doing? I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get in here because we damn sure are going to go in tonight. Let me see if I can tag some people. I'm going to tag y'all, even though y'all all in here, but I'm going to tag y'all anyway. Oh, I like this. So inside of the group, y'all, I could just tag y'all all and let y'all know that we is live. Okay, I guess I could tag some of y'all. I feel you. Okay, I tagged some of y'all. It won't let me. Let me go back and see if it'll let me tag some more. It just says invite group members. And then I can invite some of y'all. How you doing, Miss? Am I pronouncing it right? Takora Williams. How are you this evening? So glad you could join us. So glad everybody could join us this evening and make sure everything is right. I'm sitting right. You can hear me right. We're going to be discussing 30 things Black men need to hear from Black women this evening. That's what we are going to be discussing. And I just want to let y'all know, first things first, we'll go over a little preliminary things and let everybody get in the room. But if anything should happen, if we have any downtime, if it goes out and you possibly can't get back in or any type of technical difficulties, I am going to go out and I will come back in and start a new live. So that's what's going to happen. If anything, if we should have any type of technical difficulties this evening, that's what we are going to do. Because I'm not on the Wi-Fi. I didn't want to get on the Wi-Fi specifically because anything can go crazy with that. So I want to make sure that I'm able to view you. We're able to have interaction together. And this is great. So the other thing is, if you are watching this on the replay, which some of you will be watching it on the replay, make sure that you hit replay and let me know that you watch it. This is probably, as of right now, as of this week, the only place that I'm going to be broadcasting here from. I wanted to keep this group kind of private and kind of confidential based on just a lot of questions and a lot of things that you guys were sending me to the inbox. So I want to make sure that, everybody has a safe zone. They can say whatever the hell they want to say. And then if we decide to release it to the public later, which we will, and let other people become a part of it, then that will happen. Who else we had come in the room? I seen a few more faces popping up. Ashella, how you doing, sweetheart? How are you doing? We're just going over the little preliminary things first, letting everybody get a chance to get in. Like I said, I'm broadcasting from our secret group, and I'm not doing it from my big page, because I just wanted everybody. I thought it was very respectful and just very obedient that you guys, took the time to register for the actual webinar. And so I wanted you to have, first dibs at it. But anyway, what we're going to be doing today is talking about 30 things Black men need to hear from Black women. I'm going to take my time. So if you have to get off for any reason, that's no problem. You could jump back on, or this particular webinar will be inside of the group. So, and if you stay and you become part of the group, let me move the thing over a little bit. Okay. The phone. I'm on my little phone. If you become part of the group, then you will have the opportunity to view it. Okay, let me get this right, y'all. I got to get this totally 100% right. I think that's good. So anyway, for those of you who don't know, my name is Malika L. Anderson. You might know me from Malika Speaks. You might know me from Real Woman's Guide. You might know me from She Writes USA, from Her Balance, from Healing with Malika. I've had many. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've had many businesses over the years, been on the internet for a very long time on social media. So you probably know me from one of those platforms. So I am glad that you are here with me this evening. If you see me looking over to the side, yeah, somebody's asking, is the webinar in the secret group? Yes, it is. That's why you had to follow the instructions. Hold on, y'all. Let me respond back to her. Okay, so I responded back to her. I'm not going to say who that was and put it on blast, but I left plenty of instructions. So the first thing was, if you registered for this webinar, then you got an email. If you check the email that you registered with, that said that you will be added to the secret group. And we have been trying for the last 2 weeks to make sure that everybody had complete and total access. So you had to follow those instructions. That's a big thing with me. I don't like repeating myself over and over again. So follow the instructions, the yellow brick road. Hello, Toya came in. We got a couple more people who are coming in. And I know someone else is coming in because I just responded with them. So anyway, we're going through the little preliminary stuff, and I was telling you that I'm Malika, and you might know me from a couple different platforms. I want to make sure that you are connected with me here on social media, making sure that you're connected to my Facebook pages, which would be my regular Facebook page, which is Malika L. Anderson, and making sure that you're connected to our business Facebook page, which is Her Balance. I will try to get those things pinned up into the comments. And also, I'm going to need somebody to type some of these links out for me today. If you can help a sister out, let me know. Say, I can help a sister out, okay? Because that's the one thing that I forgot. And the other thing is, make sure that you're connected with me on IG. My IG is herbalance_LLC. That's the place that I frequent the most. So if you want to catch me, I'm usually over there. And then also, somebody saying they don't see me. Let's see. I don't know what's wrong. Hold on. Hold on, babe. I'm live. I don't know why. Okay, let me see if I can get her, see who this person is, and get her, y'all. We got to try to get all our people in. We don't want to leave nobody out, okay? Let's see if we can. And this is why, before this even happened, I told everybody to make sure that they had access into the group. All right, y'all, hold on. Okay, there we go. Anybody else come in? Anybody else come in? We got a couple people trying to get in. Okay, Angela came in, so that must just be that person's. Hey, Angie. Hey. So Angie might help me to do some typing. I was just going through the preliminaries, y'all. We had a couple people who looked like, not a couple people, but someone who looked like they were trying to get in. And this is why we were trying to make sure everybody had access before, because I don't like distractions. And I'm sorry if you can't get in. All the do not disturbs are on, and we're just going to go in. But, okay, so what was I telling you? So making sure that you're connected with me. There you go, Felicia. There you go. What's up, Sakin? Making sure that you're connected with me on all of the social media pages, all right? And then the last thing that I want to say, we got people coming in. That's good. We haven't started yet. Nobody get nervous. I'm just going over all the little preliminaries. But the last thing I want you to know is this is not the type of group that's going to be bugging you out and giving you a whole lot of posts and a whole lot of, ridiculousness like that. We're not going to be doing that. What happens is after we leave this webinar, we're going to be doing a 30-day challenge, and it is primarily to the women. And we're going to be taking what we learned in here today, those 30 things, right, that black men need to be here. And I'm going to be putting you to the test, and we're going to be testing them out on some real black men, seeing if this real is Malika talking BS. Or is this really work? Are we going to really get our men back by doing this? So the challenge is going to be off the hook. We're going to have fun. We're going to play games. We're going to do real stuff in a real way. All right. Brother Sakeem said he's on the rooftop lounge in Brooklyn enjoying the view, having a cigar, watching my sister. That's what I'm talking about today. And we're all in here because we definitely believe in the movement, right? Love your black man is the movement. That's what it's all about. We are loving our black men. We loving our black women too. I'm not leaving y'all out, but this is about loving your black man. That's the whole initiative, and you're going to find out why. So I got enough of y'all, I think, in the room, and we're going to go ahead and get started. And everybody else, that comes in can just come in later, and then we'll just share with our community as it happens. So thank y'all so much for coming in. The objective tonight, I'm going to get right into it, right? The objective to tonight is, of course, we're fostering our initiative of loving the black man. And it's all about teaching and retraining women about how, okay? HOW, how to love a black man. Because I think a lot of black women think that they understand how to do it, but we have to, like I said, retrain and reteach how to do it. So it's about teaching and retraining, our women how to love a black man in today's society. How do you love a black man today? Not loving a black man from 1940, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, not even a black man from the 2000s. Like, how do you love a black man in 2019? And then having a community platform like this one to be able to discuss the things that we're talking about. Like right now, we're talking about 30 things black men need to hear from black women. And you got to have a place. You got to have a safe place and a safe space and a safe zone to be able to talk about that. And that's what it is over here with Malika. You already know, right? So right now, today, just so you know, we're not going to be talking about all the solutions in the whole wide world. We know that there are a lot of solutions, not just the 30 things, but the goal is about furthering the movement. So if you're here for that, you are definitely here in the right place. Listen, you could be married, you could be single, you could be waiting on a black man, looking for a black man, be a black man, be a black woman, all of the above. We need to have this conversation. So that is the objective. And then, as I explained before, is to take everybody that is inside, mainly the women that is inside of this webinar tonight, and to put you, or to keep you rather, here, and to facilitate this 30-day challenge where we actually test the information, because I'm about results. So we're going to test the information and see if it works, and continue with our community building, our meetups, our events, and all kinds of stuff like that. So that is the objective. All right, let's get into it. I'm ready. Y'all ready? If you ready, say I'm ready. I see a couple of y'all still in here, but if you ready, say I'm ready. I need some interaction. Okay, somebody said the black men need love. Yes, absolutely, my brother. My brother said the black men need love. Yes, I want this to be interactive, y'all. This is not me just talking to y'all. Y'all throw out y'all comments. Y'all act a fool. Y'all say what's on your heart. It's okay. Like I said, this is a safe space and a safe zone. Toya says she's ready. All right, Toya's ready. What's up, y'all? Who else is ready? Who else is ready? We're going to talk about a little bit about the problem, right? Felicia says she is ready, honey. Felicia was like, let me in the room because I'm ready. All right, so Felicia's ready. Malika is ready. I'm here and I'm ready. Let me tell you what happened. All right, there's this show. Now, I'm laying this out for you. Stay with me because we're going to do some background. I'm going to break this down. You know how I do. And then we're going to go into the 30 things. So if you just on here like, oh, all itching, acting crazy, you want the 30 things, you don't want no real work, then, deuces. No, I'm going to break this down and then we're going to get to the 30 things. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Andy says she's ready. This was the problem. And this is how this all came to be. There's this show, and I'm not going to give the network because I'm not giving them no props. But there's this show, and it's short for Chicago. It's called The Chi. Okay, I just won't say the network, but it's called The Chi. And so I've been watching this show, not really understanding why I was watching it. I've watched shows like this before, you know what I mean? I have my little shows that I watch, but this particular one caught my interest. And I started watching it last year when the first season came up, right? So it takes place in Chicago, and it's a very good show. And there's like children and adults, and really takes place over this one young boy getting shot in Chicago, and this whole thing unfolding. And I didn't really understand what that was about, like why I was liking it so much and all of these things. But long story short, this is how, you know, spirit talks to me. Something is revealed, and then I get a little closer to it, a little closer to it, a little closer to it, right? So this show started to reveal itself. And I started to notice a pattern that really struck a nerve with me. It was like the pattern of all of the different black men, the pattern from the young little boy, the pattern to the older man, the pattern to the young man who was in the coming of age. There was a consistent pattern with these black men. They were all black men. And I noticed that the different roles they were playing and how different things were playing out in their lives. For example, there was a little boy who was a good boy, so to say. He grew up in a good home, but his environment, he was a real young man, but his environment was realer than his goodness. You feel what I'm saying? His environment, what he was subjected to, a lot of the things, because he had saw a lot of shootings and different things, didn't even have any hope of living to grow up and be, you know, an older man. Then there was this older man who came home from the army and kind of lost his way, and a lot of different things happened with him. He got into substance abuse. Then there was this murderer who actually was common. It was the murderer who turned, any of y'all watch that? It was a murderer who turned into an imam. And then there's like the local drug dealer. And then there's this man who, this young man rather, who's trying to start this business with no support. His brother gets killed. And I see this consistent pattern going on and on and on. And what I see is that many of the same troubles play out in black men's lives. Let me just say that. Like, many of the same troubles play out in black men's life. Now, I'm not saying every black man, right? I'm just giving a generalization of what happened with this show and explaining to you that many troubles play out in black men's lives. This is what you must know, because we're talking about loving the black man. So to know them, you must first understand them. And then I realized that it was a message for today. Okay, this is what I realized from the show. Number one, childhood trauma, and this is also based on other things that I'll get into, but childhood trauma is like the biggest number one thing that I see that I think that we haven't really talked about and addressed properly in black men's lives. Okay, not just black men's, but all men's, women's, period. Childhood trauma is just one of the biggest things. The other thing is just trauma, period, right? Trauma that we have to go through on a regular, maybe everyday basis, just living in America, being black. Then we have the societal traumas. And then we have, from all of those traumas, we have the post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. We hear about it a lot. We know the letters, but we don't talk about it enough. And especially in the lives of black men, right? And because of a variation of things, right? I think that the problem with one of them, problems with black men a lot, is that they are sick, right? And when I say sick, I don't mean just like something's wrong with them. What's up, Anita? I mean sick, being plagued from all the traumas that they face, like we talked about, just in society, just in the environment, just being a black man, growing up in America, being in America, and then dealing with the trauma of it all, of all of the things that they have to face. Again, I know that we have to face things too, but we're not talking about the women specifically tonight, right? So our men not only are sick and need healing, and not only are we sick and we need healing, but our men have special needs. That's what you got to understand about black men. I'm not talking about autism. I'm not talking about retardation. I'm not talking about, other things that might be special needs. I'm talking about special needs, special circumstances, special things that they go through that other people don't go through, special problems that other people are not equipped to deal with. And if you don't understand that, being a black woman dealing with a black man, then that's the first thing that I want to help you to understand, is that black men have special needs. Who can agree? Now, we make a joke about that. Me and my daughter all the time. We like, you know black men got special needs, and they do. So who agrees with me that black men have special needs? Just a special set of circumstances and problems. And it's not really funny. I don't make light of it at all. But the black man is going against continually. Like, he's the one that's going against continually. There's always some level of something that I think is really dishonest and disfair that comes against him, right? So there's always that comes against him. He's going against continuously, yet he's coveted in every way. I'm going to say that again. The black man is going against continually, yet he is coveted in every way. Everybody wants him. Everybody wants to be the black man. Everyone wants to look like the black man. Everyone emulates the black man, wants to act like the black man. So although he is going against, this negative image is put out about him, yet he is coveted in every way. So you have to understand that. Understanding that black men are sick and they need healing. Understanding that black men have special needs. Understanding that they're going against continually, yet coveted in every way. And you can see all of this, all of what's going on, playing out in their behaviors, playing out in their lifestyles, and a lot playing out in their, they're acting it out. Right. And what has happened is how we got here kind of today is that men have shared with me. I was sharing with a client today. I've always been called to women. I've always had a special place in my heart to women. But it's like the last 5 years, I have been just this huge surge of men who have been drawn to me. I don't know if it has been a mothering thing or a nurturing thing, or I'm just a sister or a homegirl, or they feel comfortable. They can talk to me, right? In a no judgment, no shame, and no blame. They know I'm going to be with them. So I've had like an insurge of that, right? Men have come to me, and I have conducted what we call these private focus groups. In the last 5 years, we've been doing that. And so I'm going to read you a couple of the things that they have said, in even getting up to this, like a couple of things that men have said. Now, remember, I talked about their special needs. So there's no reason for you to be offended. You got to be totally open to the process. You have to be able to not just listen, because the title is 30 Things Black Men Need, not want, but need black women to hear. Not to listen to, but to hear. Because a lot of you are listening, but you do not hear. So remember, the number one thing that they said, and I want to just get this out right here. The number one thing that a lot of black men have said is that black women don't give them enough affirmation. Ouch, ouch. I know that hurt. I know that hurt y'all, but it's the truth. So I have to tell y'all, and I've been saying, you've been hearing me say, right? When black women have a problem, excuse me, let me pull this up. My little clothes coming up. When black women have a problem with black men, or they have questions relating to black men, they go to other black women, right? Like, I don't understand that. But me, I've always gone to black men. I've always had my, just strong black men, role models and mentors in my life to kind of help me navigate some of that. So I think that black women have made a great mistake. Like, black women could tell you some things about black men, but they're not black men. So they can't tell you everything. And there's a reason too, because women are, we know, ruled by emotion, and men are more ruled by logic and reason and different things like that. So one of the things that they said, ladies, don't be upset, but I want you to hear me saying it to you, right? One of the things that they said, one of the biggest things, when we begin to do all of the graphs and all of that, I don't have all of that to show you in my little PowerPoint slide, but we have all of the numbers, because men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. And one of the greatest things that they said was that black women don't give them enough affirmation. I know that hurts, but these are facts, and this is the truth. Now, remember, we talked about special needs. You got to understand that a lot of black men, like we talked about, are wounded, right? So if they're wounded, and if they're suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, if they're suffering from societal dysfunctions, if they're suffering from not feeling like they're enough, or, getting turned down or not, fairness in today's world, then they are going to need a little bit of extra affirmation. It's just the way it is. They're going to need extra affirmation to regain their confidence and to regain their strength and to take their power back. Are you with me? Who's with me? You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to put the comments back on. I'm going to take them off and on. Okay, y'all with me? I see some I'm guilties. I can see that. I agree. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So in order to regain their confidence, this is a serious thing. Although y'all know Malika can get silly, but I'm really serious because I want y'all to get this so that as we move forward to the next leg of this journey, we really understand it. We really about it. And then we can go, we talk about the retraining and the reteaching. We can go and we can retrain and we can reteach the women of today. That's how you do that right there. All right. So, all right, it's 8:32. We going to 9:30, y'all. So we got about another hour. I'm sure I could do it. We got on at 8, a little bit after 8. I said 8 to 9:30, and we're going to get it done. All right, so check it out. We talked about that. They need an extra special, more affirmation to regain their confidence, regain their strength, and to take their power back. Because black men are saying, another thing they said was that they feel undervalued and unappreciated by black women. Ouch. Ouch. I know that's like, you like, I appreciate Bobby. I don't know how he don't feel undervalued. See, that right there. That's the problem right there. You want to talk so that you can be heard, but then you don't want to listen so that you can hear. You feel what I'm saying? So they feel, again, this is not what your sister is telling you. This is what black men are saying to you. They feel undervalued and unappreciated by black women. Right? And they say that I'm still talking about what we came up with in the focus groups. They say that we don't care and that we can't see them. Listen to me. We cannot see them through the madness that they have willingly engaged in. So they are very aware that they have willingly engaged in some nonsense. They willingly engaged in some criminal activity. They willingly engaged in some gang banging. They willingly engaged in some drug dealing. They willingly engaged in some womanizing. They willingly engaged in some non-paying child support or not being there the way that they should be there for us. They have willingly engaged in these behaviors and they're very aware of it, but they say that we don't, or that we can't, right, see them through the madness, that we don't anymore, that we don't see them past what they've done. How many of y'all think that's true? They said that. They also said that there is a population of women that needs to stop babying them. I thought this was like real good. So all of y'all who are enablers, it's not that the men want that. Okay. So stop doing that. They said we need to stop babying them and that we need to stop being a part of that problem because we enable them and we cover up the bullshit. I'm telling you I'm telling you what we came up with in the focus groups. Okay. Okay. They also said that, white supremacy, we kind of talked about that. It's a problem in society, and I'll just leave that, right there. And they say that we are affected by that black women are affected by that because we've got them on all kinds of, what did they say? Like, how you take them to court and every time something happens, you want to call the man on them and you want to get everybody involved, and that it didn't used to be like that. So that, is also a problem, that they're the most hunted in America, the most wanted. They also said that white women and other races don't give them as much trouble as we do. They said that women are too thottish in these times. Also that women are too fake, meaning a lot of men don't like all of the fake hair and the fake butts and the fake breasts and all that. Also that there was a spirit of independence that came from the feminist movement that says, that you don't need a man and all of that. Somebody said women need to cook more. And another man said a woman needs to STFU. Y'all know what that means? STFU and listen more. Okay, I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Wait, listen more. Well, he could be right about the listening more, but the STFU, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that he said it. What y'all think about that? Women needs to STFU, which is shut the F up, basically, and listen more. And I could agree with that, though, because a lot of us do just talk too much. All right, so let me just say this. I have compassion and I have empathy, but I'm not for the bullshit. Okay, let me just put that out. So those of you thinking, Malika, how you going to be doing this to us? You trading steaks, you going over there on that side. Ladies, I'm not for the bullshit. We not here for the bullshit. I have complete total empathy and compassion for the situation, but we not talking about the black man who's sitting around doing nothing, smoking weed on the couch, playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. We ain't talking about those type of situations. Doing nothing, having a bunch of problems, and then somehow you want us to feel sorry for you. No. We're not talking, and we also not talking about all of the black men's problems that he have. It's like when we start talking about one or two things, then you want to, he do that and he do that, and you want to add on to the list. And we're also not talking about that today, right? With no context or no background to make the black man look bad or to feel bad. That's degrading and it's not right. And the outside does enough of that. So we, as the black woman, has to stop that. We have to seek understanding so we can better communicate with one another. We're very aware of the problems that exist between us, between the black man and the black woman. And that's how we've ended up here today with the black family being almost extinct. So it's time to get black together again. It's time to love one another again, because black love matters too. I've been saying it all along. And it starts with me as a black woman. It starts with you as a black woman. It starts with you as a black man. It starts with all of us. But it's time to admit that we need help and we need healing, especially us women. We need the help. We cannot help anyone until we begin to facilitate and we begin to extend love and extend kindness and extend compassion to the ones that we claim that we love. You claim you love that black man. You claim you want that black man, but yet you act a pure D fool, just a total ass. And you wonder why things are the way that they are. So I'm going to be getting on everybody today. But who is the most endangered species? Y'all be so selfish sometimes. It's the black man. The black man is the most endangered species. So I think that is a good place to start. So ladies, what I want to say is, you just got to admit that you've been lied to. You've been bamboozled. We've been lied to, and we've been bamboozled to walk away from the black man, period. We were convinced that he wasn't good enough, that he didn't look good enough, that he was trash, that he was, bad, that he never was going to recover, that we were never going to recover, as a family. And we've given up on him. Don't you see the game? Don't you see, clear as day what people were trying to do to us? I'm sorry, I had to stop, y'all. I saw some more people come into the room. Hey, everybody who I didn't acknowledge who came into the room. Try to get some more light over here, y'all. It's getting dark, and I like to use the natural sunlight. So anyway, we just going to have to rely on some editing for that. Okay, Angela Thompson said the black man is the most endangered species. Absolutely, yes, he is. So understanding that we've been lied to and we've been bamboozled to walk away from our men, and we have. And we were convinced of this stuff. But we got to admit that this has been a lie. We also got to admit denouncing the former things that no longer apply to the game anymore. They no longer apply to this dispensation of time. You got to undo all the lies that your auntie told you, that your mama told you, that your grandma. I know you love Big Mama. I love her too. And we respect the ancestors and we respect the mamas. We respect the aunties. But some of the shit they told us was just lies about how to deal with man, what to do with man. And some of it was they just did the best they could with the tools that they had. But now we got more tools, right? So we got to do different things. Now, I ain't saying throw the baby away with the bathwater. Some of the stuff they told us was great. And we need to We need to remember those things. But some of the stuff they told us was just lies. I can't pass that stuff down to my daughters because it was a bunch of bullshit and we have to admit it. All right. So we got to be deprogrammed from the bullshit and the ways of old. And then lastly, we got to retrain our brain chemistry, the psychology and the subconscious mind to be able to receive the right information. This will help you. All the women who said, I'm guilty and I do that. You got to retrain your brain, right? Retrain and reteach your brain to receive the right things. And then once you receive the right things, then you can teach the right things. So if you're open to do that, I believe you are open to do that. That's why you're on here today. That's why you're listening today, because it was something that said, I might want to hear that. You could relate to something that I said, right? And so you got on here and you came in here today. You didn't know what I was going to say. Maybe you thought we was just going to get on here and I was going to give you a list and that was going to be it. But you didn't know I was going to break down all this information, right? Now, let me just tell you a little bit about my story. All right. Because, I just got to throw a little bit around. And maybe this will help you to see some of what I'm saying. But believe me, it's going to get gooder and what they say, gooder and gooder and gooder. All right, let me get close so you can see. Could you see me? This is what I want to say to you. Y'all see me? Hey, boo, hey. All right, check it out. This is for my ladies. I've been in relationships before. I ain't going to go down memory lane. I ain't going to tell you all my business. But I always tell all my business. Some of them have been good. Most of them have been bad, but they all been with black men, different kinds of black men. So I have that experience. I'm sure you do too, as a black woman, where you can relate. You've dealt with different types of black men. I also was married for a very long time to a black man. Now, this is what I will tell you. Being 10 years post divorce, I often look back and I reflect a lot, and I understand and I take full responsibility that I could have done things differently. Yes, get it on the wax. Get it on the wax. If you want to tag him in it, it's okay, because I'm sure he'll be jumping up and down. You know what I mean? But I could have done some things differently, but I didn't have the wisdom. I didn't have the experience. Hold on, y'all, because my daughter's here. Now, could you turn that air on a little for me? I'm getting so hot. Thank you. I didn't have the wisdom. I didn't have the experience to nurture him properly because I had not been nurtured myself properly. Do you understand? So I didn't feel any need inside me to nurture him, especially when he was doing things to make me feel non-nurturing. You understand? So it caused me to not want to do it. I didn't have any desire to do it. Now, I knew he had special needs. Remember, we talked about special needs. All black men, most of them have special needs. I knew that he had special needs, but there was no way for me to break through. There just wasn't a way to break through, right? And I realized that there was a lot, like I said, I could have done differently, especially with my words, because words have power. And I talked a lot of shit. I'm not going to lie. I talked a lot of shit. And I said it because I was hurt. There was a lot of hurt going on inside of me. A lot of stuff that I said that was disrespectful, out of pocket, probably very hurtful. And I could have done a better job, right? I was hurt. I lashed out. He was hurt. He lashed out. That's the way it go. I was looking. I was listening, but I did not hear him. I'm going to repeat that. I was looking, I was listening, but I did not hear him. Just like many of you women today, you're listening, but you don't hear him. You don't hear what he's saying because you're not listening to hear. You're not listening to understand. You're not. So why don't we hear? We don't hear because we're selfish. We know we're selfish. We could be self-centered. We could be selfish. We could be emotional. We don't understand sacrifice. We tend to put our needs first. We stopped loving the black man. We did. Let's just admit it. We stopped loving the black man. We stopped trusting the black man. We stopped believing in the black man. That is the problem. We stopped loving, we stopped trusting, and we stopped believing. And when we stopped doing that, somebody else said, I'll do it. Oh, you won't love him? I'll love him. Some other woman said, you don't trust him? I'll trust him. Oh, you don't believe in him? I'll believe in them. And that's how they got to the other side with the other team. Now, y'all can complain all y'all want. All the white women got our men and all the other races, and they're taking our men. And I used to be a little bit like that too. I had a real issue with that. I was mad. I was mad as hell. I was like, I love the black man. Why is they going over to the other side? Until I began to talk to them and to be able to understand their needs and their special needs, and also take responsibility for the part that I played in it. That's right, responsibility for the part that I played in it. I can't take responsibility for the part. I can't say we as black women as a whole. I could say that, but y'all might be like, we ain't with that. So I can only talk about me, right? The part that I played in. And what I will say, though, is our behavior. Our behavior, y'all, has been deplorable. I got to give y'all that smack. Your behavior has been deplorable. Many of us have taken on the actions of our grandmothers and our mothers' frustrations. Yes, we have. There was no affection. There was no patience. There was no kindness. There was no empathy. After the man started going to jail, after the man started getting out the home, after the man started getting out of order, after all of those things happened and the societal breakdown, we started taking on the frustrations. Yes, we did. Of our foremothers and our foregrandmothers. And we were angry, and there was lack of affection. There was patience. We didn't have patience. Damn it, we ain't got patience because we had to go to work and get this money so we could take care of these kids, so we could feed these kids. Kindness, I ain't got time to be kind. I'm working 3 jobs. How am I be hello to you? You know what I'm talking about? So all of that, right? No more empathy, no more compassion. We just lack self-control. Those attention-seeking behaviors I talk about all the time. We started engaging in a lot of those attention-seeking behaviors. Well, like, you ain't paying me no attention, so I'm going to do something to get me some attention. Then with technology and the rise of the internet and all of that, these are things that have happened. So if you couple all of that with an independent woman taking on the responsibility of the man and getting that twisted, getting your thinking twisted and your behavior all mixed up, and then you start, I could say what I want to him. I could act any old kind of way. You start doing a little more neck rolling, a little more finger popping, a little more rising up and getting in somebody's face. You understand what I'm saying? Not all of you. I'm just talking about some of the things that go on. And, you started talking to them any kind of way because they were, a lot of them had life failures and job failures. We talking about black men, right? Societal failures. And it caused us to be biased because society was telling us more and more that our men were bad and that they were angry and that they were cruel. And, every crime that we saw was a black man, whether he did it or didn't do it. So these are some of the things that were put into our mind. It was nobody showing us positive black images, or that's why I always put up, people have told me, Malika, you put up too much black imagery. Like, dang, every picture. You know why? Because it reprograms the subconscious mind to see black love, to see 2 black people kissing, to see 2 black people hugging and loving on each other, or a black happy mother, a black happy father, a black happy family, to see pictures of women who look like me, who are beautiful, who act like me, who are beautiful. So it reprograms your mind and it starts to produce some of the healing that you need. So a lot of these hurtful and harmful things, we said and we did, and it caused the breakdown of the black man in the black family. And we're in a society where nobody checks you anymore. You don't got nobody to call you to the carpet and tell you you're wrong. No, you're wrong, sis. I've heard some sisters disrespect their men so terribly, I wanted to intervene. Now, I don't get in people's business like that. Like, that's your husband and that's your wife, and let somebody getting hurt or something like that, and I gotta intervene. But some situations I have witnessed have been so terrible that a sister needed to be called to the side and say, yo, that's, that's terrible. Like, why is you talking to him like that? Excuse me, I got a little bit, I'm drinking some green tea and it's got me belching. Okay, so what else did I want to say to y'all? Making sure, okay, so nobody calling to you to the carpet, telling you you're wrong and that it's not right just to cuss a man out just because you feel like it, and you could just treat him any old type of way, right? And that has to change. And that don't nobody, this is the part I want to tell you as your sister, don't nobody want to be with your nasty, grumpy, angry ass. Don't nobody want to be with you, okay? That's the way it is. So don't cry and complain that black men are going to other races and other women because they're being treated better. They're being treated better because you're not treating them. I mean, you just... I don't even have the words to say. You understand what I'm saying? Because it bothers me so bad. But you can't be mad. What you got to do is you got to change how you respond. Because most of you are responding in anger. Now, I understand why. We talked about all the reasons why. But you got to respond in love. I'm not talking about just some old nigga treating you any kind of way and you responding in love. But I'm talking about, you know, in a general sense, responding in love, valuing the black man again. But how are you? Here's the thing. I look at the black man as my reflection. He's a reflection of me and I am a reflection of him. So how can I love him if I don't love me? I must first love me, right? It starts there. It has to be some self-love, some knowledge of self so that I can love him. Because you are, you know, you attract what you are. So if you attracting all this craziness and all this drama and people who don't treat you right, you got to look within. You got to stop looking without and you have to look within. If that is your reflection, then what are you, what's in you that is attracting that type of behavior? So it's time to take responsibility. I myself, even me. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not the most loving, forgiving, flexible person. At a certain time, I could be, damn it, downright difficult, right? Because it's just like I'm resistant to bullshit. I'm kind of allergic to it. So I myself had to learn how to love a black man properly. It's okay to say you had to learn how to. I had to learn how to. And it wasn't until after I was married that I learned this. By just, you know, studying human behavior and psychology, you know, reprogramming myself of all these lies and lies and myths and all this old type of, you know, traditional behavior, and really doing what was right for me, really setting the bar to what was right for me. And I had to be able to put things into proper perspective. So there was no blame game. So I wasn't just saying it was his fault and he did this to me and I act like this because he acts like this, and I treat the black man like this because the black man acts like that. No, it's about taking full responsibility for the part that you play in it and understanding the part you played in it, learning the lessons and moving forward. Because I know that I could have been a much better wife. Yes, I said it. It's on the wax. I could have done things a lot differently. I don't know about you. So all I have now is all the love that I have to give to another black man properly, right? Because we learn from our lessons. And so that's what I want to say about that. I'm going to take a little break and I'm going to come back and we're going to jump into the 30 things, y'all. We got 5 more minutes. I'm going to go through this last little portion. We're going to jump into the 30 things. All right, y'all making some comments. Ree came in the room. Hey, Ree. Angie said, if you take away the obvious, there are definitely some underlying things that need to be said, taught, understood, and applied to make some necessary changes. Felicia Hill said, the truth got me. I don't know what you're saying, baby. Turning, I think. She said, the truth got her turning. Andy said, that's right. And you both are reflective of each other because you should compliment each other. Right. Yeah, I agree with that. We should definitely compliment each other, but I don't think you can even attract that if you don't love yourself. How? Maybe you got self-hate. So you can't have love for the black man because you don't have love for yourself. Okay, Ree says she's sorry she's on vacation, almost forgot. No worries, sweet sister. That's why we got replay. You hit the replay button. You're in the group so you can replay it tomorrow morning over coffee, whatever you want. Anita said, I think the biggest lie was back in the 70s when women said that they did not need a man. Yes, when it was a breakdown of the family, when women went back to work, when we were thinking we didn't need a man, and, you know, all this kind of nonsense, you know, and I say nonsense because I think it's nonsense. I don't know about y'all, but not only do I need a man, not need in the sense like, oh, I'm going to die if I don't have one. Not only do I need, but I want, I desire. See, that's the thing. I desire. See, black men, we lost that, black women, we lost that femininity that we used to have. You know, when we used to just, you know, it was just something that we had. It was, you know, a different type of nurture. And the black man felt it. He felt our love for him. He felt that he was wanted, that he was needed, that he was valued, all of those things. Honey, I'm ready. Who's ready to get into the 30 things? All right, so this is what I want to say too. Another thing we always say, I hear a lot of women saying is, that ain't no real black man. Honey, that is very offensive. That's like somebody saying, you ain't no real black woman. What the hell is a real black man? I wanted to tell me, because God, Malika don't know. Some things Malika don't know. I know y'all think I'm a walking, talking encyclopedia. I know everything, but I don't know. What's a real black man? Tell me. Because I think that is very vague. You know, that definition is very vague. That's very wide. And I think we should stop saying that. It's offensive, it's abrasive, and it's ugly. It's belittling, it's disrespectful, and it's still a way of putting down the black man. It's just disgusting, and I don't like it. So that's one of the things I think we have to be deprogrammed from, and we have to be retrained and retaught. All right. Another thing I think that's missing with the black man and the black woman is negotiations. Everything is negotiated. Your car is renegotiated. Your mortgage is renegotiated. Your school loan is renegotiated. What else? Y'all tell me some other things that we renegotiate. We renegotiate everything, but we don't go back and renegotiate no marriage contract. We don't go back and renegotiate no relationship. We don't say, okay, this was working for us for the first 10 years. Now we back to the table. Okay, baby, what needs to change? What I need to do? What you need to do? It needs to be renegotiations again. I'm all for renegotiations because maybe what worked for us before is not working for us now. Maybe I don't work for you now and you don't work for me now. And it's just time for us to say peace and love and God bless and, you know, move on. So renegotiating these relationships, you know what I mean? Sometimes you beyond hearing what the black man is saying. You beyond listening. You beyond any damn thing. You just like, I gotta go. And he ready for you to go too. He like, you got to go. It's been nice, boo, but you got to go, right? So I'm getting closer when I'm getting ready to talk to y'all and say something. So the negotiations are missing. The morality of the whole thing is missing. Ethics are gone. And, you know, and we have to get those things back. I think those things in its proper place and proper perspective, blacks back, black, so we can really hear, right? And just knowing that you can't be difficult. Just stop with y'all difficult acting asses and just stop. Just listen. Before I go into these 30 things, I want you to listen. Now, don't be difficult with me too, because some of y'all be difficult with me too. And I'm just the messenger. I'm just Sister Malika, Cousin Malika, Sister Malika. Whoever you need me to be today, that's who I am on here being, conveying this information, because the men asked me, and they're in here too, but they asked me to tell y'all in these focus groups. And we've had ones with women too, and we're definitely going to have, we're going to do the 21 things black men, that black women need black men to know. Okay, so that's going to be coming up. So don't think I let these guys off the hook. Girls, I didn't do it, but we're going to focus on loving our black men, on getting us black together again, because black loves matters. Black love, okay, black love, let's try it again, matters too. All right, and I just want to jump into the 30 things, y'all. We got about 30 minutes left. I'm going to jump into the 30 things. Now, here's the deal. I'm putting the comments back on. Here's the deal. I'm going to go through the 30 things and give a small little breakdown, but I'm not going to go through all of them in extensive depth. And here's why. If you've been on this webinar today and it blessed you and you love, no, I'm not about to ask you to make a donation. Don't jump off. Don't be scared, because I know I had that donation voice. If you liked it, no, it's not nothing like that. Well, I am going to ask you to make a donation of time. But if you like what we talked about today, after I gave you the 30 things, and you want to stay with us, right, in the group, you're already in the secret group. That's where you're viewing this from. And you want to stay with us, and you want to do the challenge with us in June. It's going to be June 1st. Now, you need a black man to do the challenge on. He ain't got to be, let me not say that. I was going to say he ain't got to be yours. But he kind of do got to be yours for you to implement this information on. You don't got to be married. You could be single. He could be a partner, a boo, or a bae. He could, you know what? He could be a brother. He could be a friend. Because we're going to do this. We're actually going to do this. We're going to post the results. It's going to be so much fun. All right? It's going to be live. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to stay in the group and, be a part of it. Let me know if you want to do the challenge. I'll be putting a post up for that. And you got plenty of time. We're not starting until June 1st. If you done got what you need, Malika, I don't need no challenge. I done got what I need, and you could bounce. You could just delete yourself out of the group after this. No problem. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, and that's how we going to do that. So, all right, I see Anita made a comment. She said, this is true. We do need to renegotiate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, wait a minute. Looks like somebody wants to come in. I'm going to see who it is. Denise. Denise, are you there, my friend? Do you want to come in? If anybody wants to come in now, be getting y'all questions together, y'all, because we're going to have a little question and answer, time. Be getting y'all questions together, and we're going to go through now the 30 things. Okay, these are 30 things. Now, some of these things you may know. Some of these things you may not know. But we're going to actually be doing, like I said, and implementing these 30 things in the month of June. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Say you ready. I'm going to give y'all a little break. Say you ready. I see who's in the room. I see y'all little faces. I think Felicia's still here. Ree might still be here. Anita's might be still here. Looks like 4 or 5 of y'all still in the room. All right, let me know you ready. And we're going to go through the 30 things. All right, I see one ready. Who's my ready? Angie, okay. Angie says she's ready. I need 2 more readies. Give me 2 more readies. We're going to go. Sorry, y'all. That was like ratchet. I should have a fancy straw, right? But anyway, I ain't got no fancy straw. All right, Riri says she's ready. I need 1 more ready. 1 more ready. And we going. 1 more ready. I wonder who can guess what number 1 is. What's number 1 of the 30 things? All right, Anita says she's ready. I got 3 readies. Let's go. Can y'all guess what number 1? Oh, Ashela's still here. She says she's ready. All right, I got some readies. Out of the number 1 thing that black men need to hear from black women is, can you guess? Number 1 is, and I need somebody who could type. Who want to type for me? Because I wanted to put in a comment. Okay, Angie said communication. What y'all think? What's number 1? What's the number 1 thing they need to hear from black women? Angie said communication. This is good. This is good. Let me try to type in a little thing. I'm going to type in a comment, y'all, while y'all doing that. Okay, because I didn't type one in when we started. Where is it? Oh, we could pin it. Okay, here we go. 30 things. 30 things. Because if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. While y'all coming up with something. Communication was great. That wasn't it, though. That wasn't it. Need to hear from black women. That's what we're talking about today. From black women. Okay? And I'm going to pin it because I know if I don't, pin this comment. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Number one is, I love you. I love you, bro. That's the first thing they need to hear. Who's going to type for me? Y'all don't all have to type to 30, but one of y'all type one of y'all type another one. Number one is, I love you, bro. They need to hear that they are loved. Yasha Sakim answered that 45 minutes ago from the rooftop. He said black men need to know that black women love them. And that is so true. They need to know that they are loved. So number one is, I love you, bro. Okay. Number two, they need to know, or they need to hear from us, rather. Okay, I'm going to be the us. I'm going to be the woman. They need to hear, you don't have to be perfect. They need to know that they don't have to be perfect. That they've gone through enough, that they're going through enough, that it's okay. You know, not continually, but that it's okay if they mess up. It's okay if they fall down, that they can get back up again, and that we still love them. So they need to know that they don't have to be perfect. That's number two. You don't have to be perfect. And I'll go back and I'll type in all of them. I'll type in all of them later. So they need to know that. Okay, number three, they need to know that they need to hear from us that they are needed. There's a difference between needed and wanted, but they need to hear that they are needed. Okay, Needed, that they are needed. Number four, which goes right in with needed, they need to hear from us that they are wanted, that we want them, that we desire them. That, yeah, I want a black man, I don't want no black man. And honey, if these black men don't do right, I'm just going to get me a white man. How many times you heard that? I'm just going to date outside of my race. Listen, you do what you do. I'm not saying that it's bad to do that or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, I'm for pro black love. Like, that's just it. It's what it is. All right. And no explanation needed for that. So number four is, you are wanted. They need to know that they are wanted. Number five, they need to know that we want them to lead our families, that we desire it. Yes, I want you to lead my family, honey. Yes, I need you to lead my family, honey. I desire that. I want a black man to lead my family. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not talking about dogmatic, submissive crap. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really a man leading you somewhere, not leading you nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? So they need to know that we want them to lead us. That's number five. All right, who's writing? I see two. Y'all missed 3, 4, and 5. But number 5 is, I want you to lead our family. I know that there's a lag. Number 6, they need to hear from us, I believe in you. They need to know that we believe in them. Remember, we stopped loving them, we stopped trusting them, and we stopped believing in the black man. So they need to know that we believe in them. They need to know that right on up there with I love you, bro. I believe in you needs to be right next to it. So number 6, I believe in you. Number 7, they need to hear from us that they are more than enough. You are more than enough. I don't need nothing else. You understand? I don't need an addition. I don't need a threesome, or I don't need, I hate to bring up my sister's name who said she needed, and I won't bring up her name, but it was a sister just recently in the news who was talking about how she needed, I think the way she said it was like other men's affections. She would like that. You know what I mean? She just wants that sometimes. So, we have to let our men know that they are more than enough. Number 7, they're more than enough. Honey, all I need is you. You know, you got it. You with me? Y'all feel where I'm going with this? How we going to be getting down in the challenge? Okay, number 8, they need to know that they're king. Some of them don't have not only self-love, they don't have no knowledge of self. Right? Now, I believe we help each other with that, but something I need to possess and he needs to possess. But you just got to tell him, baby, you is a king. Not only is you a king, you a descendant of kings. You got to let him know. You got to remind him sometimes who he is. So number 8, he needs to hear from us that he is a king. He's a descendant. Remind him of his history. Remind him how beautiful he is as a black man. and all of the black men that he came from and the legacy that he comes from. Even if his own genealogy, right, his own immediate legacy doesn't look that great. You remind him you come from kings. You are a king. I ain't gonna give it all to y'all. I ain't gonna give it all away. Y'all got to be in the challenge. I'm gonna help somebody. All right. I'm gonna help somebody stay married. I'm gonna help somebody stay together. I might help some of y'all make some babies. You know what I mean? Whatever. Get some gifts up in here. So number 8 is you are a king. That's what they need to hear from us. Number 9, they need to hear that, we want them to study themselves. Study thyself. Know yourself. You can't just study me and know about me. You can't just study all this other stuff. You got to study yourself. So we have to encourage our men, again, to have that knowledge of self, to study himself, to know about himself, to get in tune with himself. He needs to hear that from us. Sometimes he's forgotten. Sometimes it's suppressed under the oppression and the depression of being a black man. So we need to be those reminders. All right. Number 10, he needs to hear. Okay, we got time. We at 9:11. He needs to hear that it's okay to get the help that you need. Because we talked about, right, that means counseling, includes counseling, that mental health, education, if you need education, knowledge, if you need knowledge, if you need classes, if you need mentoring, if you need training, whatever it is, sweetheart, it's okay to get the help that you need. He needs to know that it's okay from us, that we don't judge him, that we don't blame him. You know what I mean? You understand? When we talked about special needs, black men have special needs, but some of them have real special needs and specialized, needs that they need help for and that they need to get help for. A lot of the traumas that have gone on in their lives, a lot of the post-traumatic stress disorder, and they need to know from us that it's okay and that we're okay with them getting the help that they need without bashing them and talking down to them and all of the shit that we do. You understand? I got to talk to y'all like that. That's what you understand. All right, so that's number 10. Number 11, they need to hear from us that they don't have to get it right all the time, right? That's right in there with that. You're more than enough, right in there with you don't have to be perfect. You don't got to get it right all of the time. Sometimes men and black men feel like, we make them feel like they got to be perfect. They got to get it right all the time. And everybody's allotted a mistake. Some people take longer to develop and to get it. And especially you got to understand with all the dysfunctions and the problems that we face, not only together as black people, but that they face, alone, and that we face, I should say like this, individually, and that we face collectively. You got to understand that. So it might take a little longer than your counterparts, to get through things. Hold on. Yes. Somebody's at the door. That's my Domino's. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was my daughter's dinner, guys. Okay, so what was I saying? So I was on number 10. Getting the help. 1 second. Getting the help you need. Allowing him to get the help he needs. So he needs to hear that from us. 11. Understanding that. We said 11. Okay, 11 was that. He didn't have to have it right all the time. Okay, 12, this is a big one. Helping our black men to understand that somebody's always watching you. Integrity is what you do when no one is looking. So not just what you're doing when everyone's looking, but what you're doing when no one is looking. And gently reminding him and gently speaking that life into him that someone is always watching you. So you're being an example for us. You're being an example for me, honey. You're being an example for our children. You're being an example for our community. So they need to hear that somebody's always watching them, because sometimes they get a little sneaky. You know how they do. Our black men got a little edge, right? And they're like, ain't nobody watching. I could do this. I could get away with this. And we just got to remind them somebody's always watching you. You know what I mean? All right. Another thing they need to hear from this is about, we talked a little bit about this with 12, but 13 is mastering integrity, that they need to master integrity. They need to have integrity, because integrity is important. It's important to the validity of our relationship. So mastering integrity, 13. 14, which goes right along with it, is having good character. Our black men need to understand about having good character. Not that they don't have good character, but I think we need to have a greater understanding that character and integrity go hand in hand, and we need to speak that life into them. You understand? It's certain things that somebody could say to my man. I'm not talking about like, okay, let me rephrase that. When I say my man, I don't mean like my man, the one that I have today. I'm just saying in general. Okay, so somebody else can say something to your man and it might hit him a certain way, but when you say something, it goes down a different way. You understand? It's something about the black woman. I believe that the black woman is the healing for the black man. So when she talks to him about integrity, when she talks to him about character, it just hits a different way. So they need to hear from us about these things. You know, these are things that you complain about that they don't have. There's integrity and character and different things like that. So you speak to them about. That's what one of the things they need to hear from you. Okay, I think this is a big one. All right, somebody's at 11. I see y'all writing. Somebody's at 11. Hold on. Somebody. Okay, Shell came back in. Shell came back in. Somebody's at 11. Okay, and I know there's a lag, right? So, wait, 11. Okay, 14. We were 13 was master integrity. 14 was have good character. We're at 15. 15 is understanding halfway through, y'all. The black men need to hear from us that they don't have to assimilate to be great. They need to know that they don't got to be the other man or any type of man to be great. They don't have to dummy down, because I feel like people are always trying to dummy black men down. Oh, just a little bit quieter. Oh, just a little bit this, a little bit that, making them dummy down and become docile to fit in. So we, right, as black women, they need to hear that from us, that they don't have to assimilate with anything or anyone to be great. Baby, just be great. All right, number 16. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster. 16 is they have to understand, need to hear from us that spirituality is sexy. Back in the day, we were like, I ain't dating him. He a Muslim. Or I ain't be with him. He a Christian. Or he love God. Or now they got to understand that spirituality is sexy, honey. It is the thing. It is the other thing that's going to keep us together. Having a center, having the focus. It's something that we can practice together. But they got to hear from us that it's okay. That it's cool. You see what I'm saying? Because they thought that it wasn't cool. And so a lot of them wouldn't approach us with that. Very, very good men. You find some very, I'm not saying all good men is in church or all good men is in the mosque or all good men is religious, but I believe that men should have a spiritual practice. You understand? Whatever that is for you, that is for you. But it's very, very sexy. There's nothing like just a spiritual man who knows who he is, who knows where he's going, who understands how to lead. So they need to hear those things from us. Number 17, they need to know that it's okay to cry. Sharing their emotions is not a sign of weakness. This is a big one. It's all connected to that trauma. It's okay to share your emotions. I love a man that is emotionally generous. Number 17. Number 18 is kind of up there with the one we were talking about, number 10, that it's okay to get help. But number 18 specifically, they need to hear from us that their mental health matters. They can't be out here snapping on a nigga, just snapping all the time and popping off. And, you know, things can happen like that. Very dangerous things. So hold on, because, you know, she keeps walking back and forth. This is a webinar. It's just so unprofessional. Y'all, forgive me. We got the Domino's man. We got the daughter. We got the air conditioner. We got the Panera Bread tea. You know, it is what it is. This is life, right? So mental health matters. Understanding that our mental health matters. Their mental health matters. We care about their mental health. There is a statistics. I don't have it right now in front of me, but there's a statistic that talks about black men in depression. There's another high statistic that talks about black men in suicide. There's a problem. There is a problem with the mental health of our black men. So they need to hear from us that their mental health matters. Number 19, we almost done, y'all. I'm going to go kind of faster because we got 10 more minutes. Number 19, they need to know this, Because a lot of them is flexing, flossing, and bossing. That money cannot buy them happiness. Not true happiness. Money can, get you a little happier. You know what I mean? But it just cannot buy solely alone happiness. So it's not just about things. They need to know that from us. You know why? Because they do all that stuff for us. They want a fancy car to impress us. They want a big job to impress us. They want more money so they can give us things. It's really about us. So if they know that, baby, it's okay. Money can't buy you happiness. They need to hear that from us, the Black woman. All right. What else? Number 20. We still got a few hanging on. Don't worry, y'all. We almost done. Number 20 is they need to hear from us that they should pursue their dreams. All right. A lot of times we have these dreams. Black people are very creative as a whole. And Black men are very creative as a whole. Just look at them. Just look what they do. They will swag out anything that they have. Like anything they will make cool. Anything they will make a trend. Anything they will make popular. I love Black men. All right. Can't you tell? But anyway, we should encourage them to pursue their dreams. That goes right up there with the not assimilating, right? Pursue their dreams. Number 21, they need to hear from us that they are smart and creative. For so long, people have been putting Black people down, telling us we're dumb, telling us we ain't good enough, telling us we're too Black, acting like Black people ain't smart. And they need to know, no, the Black man, you are smart and you are creative. Everything you do is creative. And that's why everybody wants to be you. 22, we talked about that a little bit earlier. But you don't need permission to be great. That's really self-explanatory. Number 23, not everybody is going to support you. They need to know that from us, because a lot of times they think people are going to support them, right? And this is why they click up. This is why we have the gang culture. This is why, because although it might be bad support, you might look at it like that, but it is some type of support. This is why men click up and they gather and different things like that. But they need to know that not everyone is going to support them. And they need to hear that from us. Number 24, believe in your damn self. They got to understand to believe in their damn self. Okay. Not just in us, because men, Black men, they like Black women. We just believe in everybody, give everybody a chance, but often they're the hardest on themselves. Why? Because the world is the hardest on them. Okay, the way that they are treated is the hardest on them. So they've given up the belief in them damn selves, in their selves. They don't believe. It's not just us. We don't believe in them anymore, but they don't believe in themselves anymore. So we got to let them know. They need to hear that from us. 24, believe in their damn selves. Okay. 25, it's better to do for self and have their own. We're in a culture now and in the time of entrepreneurship. You know that the days of yesteryear are not there, especially not for anybody, not just for the Black man. The jobs are not there. The trades are not there. The money's not there. The world is different now. So we have to encourage them to do for themselves and to have their own. And they need to hear that from us, that, because you ain't got no job and you ain't getting no job, and how you making your money, and there's lots of other things that can be done than just going to a 9 to 5, every day. That's not the end all to the be all. All right. 26. We need to tell our men, they need to hear from us, Black men, to not despise small beginnings, that we still will be with them. Because how it used to be back in the day, grandma and them, they had to have 2 cents and a pot to piss, and they was down for their men. They just was down. They was riders, right? And they didn't despise the small beginnings. And now we want them to start off with $1 million and a 6-bedroom house and this, that, and the other thing. So we have to tell them not to despise small beginnings, and that we'll still love them and that we'll still be there for them. 27, which I think is important for our millennial generation, is you don't owe the hood shit. They need to hear that from us. You don't owe the hood shit. Right? Take care of yourself. It's okay to leave others behind, and especially in the hood. The hood boys, the home boys, you know what I mean? The home fries boys, whatever. It's okay. And they need to hear that from us, that it is okay. All right. 28, Nobody will love you like the black woman. And that's just the truth. The healing for the black man is inside of the black woman. And the healing for the black woman is inside of the black man. Nobody's going to love you like us. Nobody's going to put up with your BS like us. Nobody's going to understand the difficulties, the complexities that you have like us, right? It's going to take patience and concentration and all of the things that we have been gifted with to deal with the black man. 28, 29, we love you just the way you are, your uniqueness. We appreciate everything about you. We love you. That sums up everything that we talked about in 29. Everything that you are, we love about you. That's what the black man needs to know from the black woman. And he won't be looking outside of himself, because we remember that reflection. I am him. So he's not looking outside of me to find something else. So we love him just the way that he is. Everything about him, his uniqueness, we appreciate it. And number 30 is something that's very important, I think, and we're going to end here, that all men need to hear. This goes back up to, remember they said in the focus group that we babied them too much, we enabled them too much, and they were sick and tired of it. Black men need to hear from black women to sometimes just figure it out. Figure it out. Oh, you don't got the answers? Figure it out. I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm not about to Google you the answers. I'm not about to call your mama for the answers. Your brother ain't giving you the answers. Your pastor ain't giving you the answers. Figure it out. Sometimes they just got to know, I love you. I'm standing by you. We got the strength to do this, but you're going to have to figure this out. They can respect that. They might not like that, but they will respect that. And that's something that they need to hear from black women. So, 927, who did that? I did that. She did that. We did that. All right, 8 o'clock to 927. We got through the 30 things black men need to hear from black women. I'm so glad, y'all. So that is, I'm going to put the comments back on. Somebody's still typing. I see y'all up to 22. This has a little lag, so y'all will get it. Just want to let you know in the next minute or two, this is what's going to happen. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. I love pouring out this information with y'all. This was just our webinar. Remember what Malika says, just to break it open. All right, we breaking it open tonight. However, what's up, Seafood? You could go back, listen to the replay. It was awesome. We had an awesome time. We're just getting into the questions and answer now. But what we're going to do, y'all, and I'll be talking about this, so stay in the group at least for the next 24 hours. I'm going to come back tomorrow, do a recap, and we're going to talk about the next steps, about our 30-day challenge group. Excuse me. In the group, 30 days, we're going to be going over the 30 things one day at a time. So that's why we got the 30-day challenge. So on day 1, it's going to be, I love you, bruh. And we're going to take that, I love you, bruh, and I'm going to show you and teach you and train you on how to implement that. On number 2, we're going to do number 2. On number 3, we're going to have pictures. We're going to have videos. We're going to tell about our failures, what worked, what didn't work. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be a real community building space. It's going to be beautiful, y'all. And it's going to be other people that are going to get involved with just the challenge part, not just us who saw this particular webinar. I am going to keep the webinar up here, and I'm probably going to put it in the files so it'll be there. Okay, so that's what we are going to do with that, including a lot of other stuff. So I am going to take some time and spend with y'all maybe the next 5 minutes, okay? And if anybody had any questions or any comments they wanted to make, I know y'all made comments along the way, then let me know and I can answer them now. I can answer any of your questions now. Angie said, good information, Malika. Thank you so much, Angie. I think it's important information. I think it's information for the ages. I think it's time. It's, certain things happen in different dispensations of time when we're ready. I think we're ready now to receive the information. I think we're ready now to move on the information. Yeah. And it's just great. We're returning back to our natural selves and being natural lifestyle and being the most authentic versions of who we really are, being true to who we really are. And I'm telling you, it is in my heart for the Black man and the Black woman to get Black together again. We must reclaim each other. We must reclaim our love for one another, our passion for one another, because I believe we can do great things together. That's why Black love matters too. It matters. All right. Any other questions? Let's see. If we don't have any questions, I'm going to let y'all go because I know y'all been on here for a while. Maybe you had to jump in and out, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for coming in. I loved our little controlled environment. You know, I didn't want to do it on the big thing and then it go all crazy and I can't control all the comments and I need to whatever. I think this was a good way for everybody who registered. We went through the information. And I hope you guys got the information, and then we can share the information with the public, and then we can move forward in our challenge. So, namaste, shalom, hotep, assalamu alaikum, God bless. What else am I forgetting? You know, any more of those greetings, but peace be unto you all. I love you so much. And thank you so much for spending this time with Malika L. Anderson. Malika Speaks, and this webinar we did tonight, which was 30 things Black men need to hear from Black women in our initiative. I want y'all to hashtag love your Black man. Love you. If you got one, hold on to him. Love him, honey. Have some more patience, kindness, compassion, because if you don't, someone will. All right. I'll just leave it at that. Love you.